Hey everybody, Lady Gear D here, and today I'm joined by a person who has not appeared on my channel before. His name is...
Pancake Armor Man.
And today we're going to be playing through EarthBound. While we go through here, I'm going to give Pancake Armor Man a chance to explain what he does on his channel, so take it away.
Alright, so I'm Pancake Armor Man, and, I'm a very novice computer user. I just learned that today. And, I am currently doing a Let's Play of EarthBound on my channel. It is okay. In my opinion, I don't really think it's the best, but who's first is, I watch a lot of first LPers. I just try to find them. And I try to do other stuff on my channel. I have a lot of secret videos, so, yeah. So anyways, I am here with, you say your name really fast, it's kind of hard to remember. I'm here with...
Later Gator to you.
Alright, I'm here with, Mr. L, I'll just call you that.
Mr. L! Yay, Super Paper Mario references!
Yep, I'm here with Mr. L today, and we're doing, EarthBound. Yeah, yeah, that's exactly what we're doing.
Wait, we're doing EarthBound?
Yeah, pretty sure.
Why wasn't I told about this?
Oh, what?
This is news to me.
It's new to me, too. It's really hot outside, I need to open up soda.
Alright, so right now we are in Threed. In the previous video, we went through Peaceful Rest Valley and explored a little bit more of Tucson. Today's video, we will be exploring Threed a little bit before moving on to the next area of the game. Kind of, and that will make sense a little bit later. Right now, we're buying new equipment for our Nest Impala because that would be kind of important. Because there's some pretty tough enemies around here.
Freed. I remember Freed. It was a really bright place, if I can remember right. And, there were totally no undead creatures there.
Yeah, that's totally normal. Purple is a normal color for everything.
It's just as normal as Happy Happy Village. Just as, blue.
Blue. So anyway, like I said a moment ago, we are in Threed right now. And I'm going to take this opportunity to go demonstrate something that I have not explained yet. While I go over there, it'll take a little time to get over there. I'm going to let Pancake Armor Man continue commentary for a bit.
Okay, okay. So what do you want me to do? I'm sorry, I kind of hard of hearing.
Oh, well, never mind, we already went there. I was trying to find the place where they give you hints. I thought it was going to take a little bit longer to get over there.
Okay.
Now wait a minute, youngster! I could give you a great hint for $60! You'd like a hint, wouldn't you? No. So you're telling me that you don't want a hint? You're either awfully confident or $60 is too much to pay. And he says as we have like $800 right now.
Okay, if I saw something. Okay.
Nest dug around the trash can. Let's see here. There's a teddy bear. Who would throw away a teddy bear? That's not nice.
No, Teddy. Just like EarthBound Beginnings.
Anyway, we're now facing some new enemies right here, so I'm going to explain the stats for these enemies because we're facing the Smilin Sam and Handsome Tom. Honestly, two of the creepiest enemies in this game. So anyway, Handsome Tom, 133 HP, 16 power points, 27 offense, 25 defense, 11 speed, 5 guts, 520 experience, $40 when you defeat him. Has a 4 in 128 chance of dropping a tin of cocoa when you defeat them. Weaknesses, 100% vulnerable to fire, 50% vulnerable to freeze, 99% flash, 50% paralysis, 99% brainshock, 50% hypnosis. Has 4 attacks, pass, low level damage, be reeling, no effect. Hypnosis Alpha puts one party member to sleep. Brainshock Alpha makes one party member feel strange.
I like feeling strange. It's...
TMI, dude.
I always liked it when it said, like, Ness or Paula or something started feeling strange, because it's just like, how strange are they feeling today? At least that's just how I always took it as. I don't know if anybody else did. I'm normal. Totally normal, Just like how normal people always type in all caps.
Yeah, that's totally normal.
Yeah, and normal
You
people
always
end...
end
Well, what?
you always end the sentences with 5 exclamation points.
Okay, hold on a second. Sorry if I keep on saying this, but what?
You always end sentences in all caps and 5 exclamation points.
Yeah, let's just talk about something else.
Alright, we could talk about the stats for the other enemy because I kind of forgot to do that. The Smilin Sam, 161 HP, 55 power points, 34 offense, 44 defense, 17 speed, 16 guts, 712 of experience, 48 dollars when you defeat him. Has a 428 chance of dropping Refreshing Herb. Weaknesses, 100% vulnerable to fire, 50% freeze, 99% flash, 50% paralysis, 10% brainshock, 50% hypnosis, attacks pass low damage, be railing, no effect, life up alpha. I was trying to draw that one breath. Life up alpha. Recovers 75 to 125 HP. Defense down alpha lowers of your defense.
You know, it's a good thing they can't take anything from you.
Yeah, that's good. That'd be very rude if they could.
Always seems like a lot of enemies in this game can just take whatever they want. You know, they're like, oh, we don't care if you'll use this later. We're just gonna take it from you, just like the spiteful crows.
Yeah, like, or just the regular crows in EarthBound Beginnings.
Yeah. Oh, spiteful crows. I have so many bad times with them. Especially when the game just loves to insult me with them. You know, especially when they decide to not be immune. When they decide to be immune to stuff that I use against them. And dodge my attacks. And peck my eyes out. If nobody knows this, I hate spiteful crows with a passion. A burning passion. I used to like spiteful crows until they killed me. I guess I deserved it for killing their brethren in EarthBound Beginnings. You know, I guess I deserved it. Somehow.
Alright, we have a couple of new enemies we're facing here. We have the No Good Fly and the Putrid Moldy Man.
No Good Fly is a bee. It's obviously a bee.
Yeah, that's what... They always look like bees. I don't know why they're called flies.
Yeah, maybe in the Japanese version they're bees. I'm gonna look that up real quick.
While he does that, I'll be explaining the stats for these enemies. The Putrid Moldy Man. 203 HP, 0 power points, 36 offense, 41 defense, 9 speed, 54 guts, 830 experience, $53 when you defeat them. Has a 428 chance of dropping a croissant, 25% vulnerable to fire, 100% vulnerable to freeze, 50% flash, 10% paralysis, 0% brainshock, and 98% hypnosis. 2 attacks, bass roll off damage, scatters some mold spores, causes a party member to cry. It's a very depressing time to have moldy spores thrown at your face or whatever. I have no idea where I was trying to go with that. We could use the Apollo's PSI Freeze to defeat the Putrid Moldy Man very easily, because just look at this right now. It does 340 damage, which is a lot more than which is a lot more HP than the enemy even has. So it's kind of overpowered.
Huh. Can't find anything about the Japanese name. Just EarthBound Wiki just calls them No Good Flies. Not, you know, EarthBound Wiki, you're not as good with the information as the Luigi's Mansion Wiki. I'm just saying. You know, I visit that all the time for no reason. I don't even own Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon anymore, and yet I'm still doing stuff, you know, research on it somehow. For some reason, I don't know. I love Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon though. It's my favorite 3DS game.
Yeah, that's a great game. It's pretty underrated.
Yeah, and I watched this one guy LP it, and he just complained about the game. The LP was good, but you know, I didn't really like the complaints about the game. One of the things he complained about was how EGAD and Luigi to it. And in my opinion, of course they wouldn't. They trapped him in a painting. Okay, hold on. Spoilers. They trapped him in a painting for all eternity. You know, for all eternity, and they would never think that he would escape. And that's just, you know, and I think EGAD like took apart his portrificationizer because it's not there anymore. You know, so there's no way for to even escape this painting unless you use the Dark Light device, and that didn't exist until Dark Moon. So, yeah. So that complaint is not really justified. A lot of them are, like how obscure some of the puzzles are. However, I was able to figure out half the puzzles without even using a walkthrough. Guide. The only time I ever used a walkthrough guide was for the boss of the Secret Mines, because I was having such a hard time with him.
Yeah, I thought that game was relatively easy compared to the one on the GameCube, but that'd be like my only complaint with the game. But I think it's very underrated. It's like a very underrated Mario game.
Yeah, it's not really a Mario game. It's more of a Luigi game.
Give me Luigi.
It was like the first game released on the year of Luigi, I think, too. So, or was that Dr. Luigi? I can't really remember.
Dr. Luigi was the last one they released. I think New Super Luigi U was the first one. There'll be a caption on screen correcting me if I'm wrong, but that's just gonna make future me's job harder because I have to add captions now. Anyway, the stats for these two enemies, there was a Smelly Ghost. Smelly Ghost. What? I told myself before recording I wasn't going to sing this episode. Smelly Ghost, 194 HP, 50 power points, 35 offense, 89 defense, 10 speed, 2 guts, 606 experience. $71 when you defeat them. Drops a broken iron when you defeat them, which has an 8 on 128 chance of appearing. 100% vulnerable to fire, 50% vulnerable to freeze, 99% flash, 99% paralysis, 0% brainshock, and 99% hypnosis. Attacks: Bass, low level damage, Big Green, no effect, Life Up Alpha, recovers 75 to 125 HP. Events: a terrible odor, lowers your offense and defense.
The featured Moldy Man inside it?
The Smelly Ghost.
Smelly. The ghost?
Yeah.
That seems like something the future Moldy Man would have, but... Oh wait, that's from Mutter Free, ain't it?
Spoilers.
I need to remember the enemies. I never really played Mutter Free. I don't really own a copy. I watch a lot of Let's Plays, and according to some people, if you just watch a lot of LPs of the game, you've already played it. And, usually when I do watch LPs, it's the games I played or don't really have any interest in playing. Like, for a long time I had no interest in playing Pikmin until I actually watched an LP of it. Then I realized how good it was and how much I was missing out. And I spoiled it for myself. And, that was terrible. It's a good thing I played Pikmin free without any walkthroughs. Never completed it though. I started a new file a couple times, but never completed it. Could never find enough fruit, or all the fruits. Especially since IGN is not... Well, you can't spell ignorant without IGN, so...
Yeah. Right, something worth pointing out is that if you were to say yes to the hint stop a moment ago, they would have pointed out the zombies that are guarding this area over here. And all of the dialogue that this one says is like, he stares into your soul. He's creepy. Not really. Anywho, did I go over the stats for the No Good Fly yet? I don't think I did.
Hold on.
Yeah, right now.
I was distracted by something.
Anyway, stats for No Good Fly. 100 HP, 0 power points, 33 offense, 13 defense, 10 speed, 3 guts, 415 experience when you defeat them, not $415. $26 when you defeat them. Has a 428 chance of dropping a boiled egg. Weaknesses: 100% vulnerable to fire, 100% vulnerable to freeze, 50% flash, 99% paralysis, 99% brainshock, 0% hypnosis. Attacks: Bass, low level damage, says something nasty, lowers your guts. What could a fly possibly say to Ness or Paula that would make their guts lowered?
I don't know. Maybe it made honey or something like that, even though they don't usually make honey,
Yep. That's not foreshadowing.
This is EarthBound. Anything can happen, Anything. Even though this RPG is basically, tied down to EarthBound. It's tied down to EarthBound. This is my first time actually co-commentating, so I'm a little shaky. It's really hard to find things to talk about.
Well, you can leave that to me. You may notice that there's like a big giant circus tent around this place, and it's kind of bland looking when you go on the inside. The colors are nice and all, but if this was like an actual circus, it would be kind of boring to go to.
I don't see any. I don't think there were any animals there.
How can we defeat the zombies? Oh, I just don't know. Why don't we get all the zombies in this tent and then set it on fire? We might get months before we have a chance to do anything. I'm glad you're going to help us, but you're pretty young. The zombies are slowly advancing towards the tent. Everyone, I repeat, the zombies are on the move.
You know, I bet if Ness was not with Paula, Paula would just be kidnapped. I'm just saying that. Putting that out there, right?
Well, she has some pretty powerful PSI moves, so she'd probably be able to wipe these guys out by herself. If we talk to this guy, he'll give us our next objective. Take a look at that chick in front of the hotel. Regardless of the people I've seen her hang out with, I'd like to spend some time with him. You're creepy. But anyway, what we have to do now is that we have to follow this woman inside the hotel room, because that's not stalkerist or anything like that.
I remember that, following that person to the motel. I could never get that on my first playthrough. That person was there, and then went into the motel, and I was like, okay, so what do I do next? That was like, I think that was the first time I had to look up, no, that wasn't the first time. I had to look up many things on my first playthrough of EarthBound, but that was like number 265, I think. I was not a good EarthBound player, and I'm still not. Have you seen how many times I died?
Well, we followed her into the room, and now we're stuck in a cave somewhere. So let's try going to the door, except it's locked. Dun dun dun. I'm calling out to the one I've never met. I'm calling a friend who we've never met. Jeff, we need your help. I am Paula, and I'm with another friend, Ness. We're trying to contact you. I am Paula, and I'm with another friend, Ness. We're trying to contact you. If you hear me, please wake up and head south. Only you, though far away, can save us, Jeff. Please hear my call and begin heading south. You are a friend we have never met, but you are our one and only hope.
We're relying on Jeff to save him? We're doomed.
Well, actually, this brings me to a point I'd like to make. Jeff is actually one of my favorite party members in the game, because they have very different gameplay from the other characters, which we'll be getting into later in the video. We're probably in the next video, depending on how I split up this area.
I don't know, I just never really liked Jeff. Not because I don't like his personality or anything, or his character. Just, he's always weak whenever I play EarthBound. I've played EarthBound like 3 times, this third time being the LP I'm doing. I've just never been able to keep him alive no matter what. You know, same with Mr. Number 4. You know, I'm not gonna say any names. I'm not gonna spoil anything else.
Mr. Spoilers.
Never been able to keep Jeff alive. Mr. Number 4 is kind of the same story, except I don't know. I just like him better. He's stronger and can stay alive longer.
Yeah.
This is some great commentary.
But I have some strategies that might be helpful when we get to what Jeff actually does in this game. But again, that's probably going to be for the next video. Something that we can do is that we can go inside here, and there's so many presents around. Look at all the presents. There's so many presents. I'm so sleepy. Tony's birthday is tomorrow. I hand decorated each cookie to pass out at the birthday party tomorrow. I'm going to resist opening these. These are for his birthday. I won't open them. But I want to open the presents! Jeff, I can't believe you would do something so nasty! I just love the dialogue right there. Like, even if these items are pretty useless to us at this point, I still like opening these just so I can see the dialogue that one character has.
Dialogue in this game is amazing.
Yeah.
I read somewhere that Shizutake Itoi, like, said all the dialogue and had people type it because he wasn't that good at, like, typing code or something like that. I read that somewhere. I think that was on Video Game Facts. Maybe it was the EarthBound wiki. I really don't remember.
I think I mentioned this in a previous video that at the time we're recording this, I haven't actually uploaded yet. Oh, Jeff and Tony, you startled me. Are you looking for a late-night snack? I'm having some trouble with my project. If only Jeff's father, Dr. Andonuts, were here, he'd be able to provide a great deal of help. I heard he's an astounding person. He was the first leader of our Ultra Science Club. I heard he's greater than Einstein or Heisenberg. Rumor has it he's also very strange. If you're heading to the locker room, take this key along. It's a little bent, though. Yay, useless items.
Almost as useless as Orange Kid's item. I had recently found out that Orange Kid has really useless items, and I never, because when I first played for EarthBound, I thought, what's the point of going to Orange Kid? But the reason I did my LPs because I thought he would give you his phone number, but instead he just gives you this worthless machine that does nothing.
Correction, it does the ode to Orange Kid, and then it does nothing.
Wonder what the ode of Orange Kid sounds like. But it sounds like Orange Kid, he's an orange and a kid. Combined! That's the song. That's the song now.
Orange Kid, Orange Kid.
All hail Orange Kid.
So now that we have the bad key machine, we're gonna be going into the locker room to get some items that would probably be helpful for our journey going up ahead. And while we do this, there's something about what the character said a moment ago that I find pretty interesting. He said that he was talking about like Einstein and Heisenberg, and this reminded me of something that I saw in EarthBound Beginnings. The Franklin badge that we needed to defeat Mr. Carpenter with. In EarthBound Beginnings, it says that that like Ben Franklin or something used the Franklin badge to during his lightning experiments. That's today's edition of Linear News, Useless Knowledge.
It wasn't that useless. I've had somebody who will find this video will find it useful. You know, somebody out there, out there in the world of EarthBound, not Pokemon, even though EarthBound and Pokemon are kind of the same thing. Even though they're not the same thing. They're kind of the same thing.
Yeah, the only difference is that there's now a million sequels to EarthBound every year. Alright, so we got some equipment for Jeff. We have the pop gun and the homestead. I'll have the stats for these items in the description below if you want to check it out real quick. And one more thing I'd like to talk about before we end up the video is Tony, Jeff's friend. There's a couple of interesting things about him. He joins our party, but he doesn't actually do anything. But if you were to hack the game to make it so that Tony would be playable outside of the boarding school, then he can actually attack enemies, but he only does low-level damage. And another thing is that Shichisato Itoi confirmed that Tony is actually a gay child, so that's something that I always found interesting, that a game released at this time would have a gay character in it. And one more thing I'd like to point out. You know the music that was playing in the boarding school? I believe it's called a Snowman. Why would they change it after you leave? It's like one of my favorite songs in the game, and then they change it to this. Not that this is a bad song or anything, it's just, why would they change it?
I don't know. Probably because they were like, it's the right thing to do, or something like that.
But anyway, on that note, we're gonna end the video off here, so thank you guys so much for watching this video of EarthBound. I've been Nate Geared to you, and he is...
Pancake Armor Man, yay!
Yeah!
Ooh, Asa.
In the next video... Mufasa? Is that what you just said?
Huzzah, yay!
It sounded like you said Mufasa. Anyway, next video we'll be exploring more of Winters and leveling up Jeff, so until next time, later gear to you. Oh yeah.
That telekinesis is, you know, it comes in handy in the most convenient times.
Yep. So you can use the Force.
Use the Force, Luke. Then you will destroy the Death Star. I didn't need to see spoilers there because it's always happened ever since episode 1. No, wait, not episode 1. Episode 4, 6, and 7. You know, always been a Death Star. I wish they would stop adding Death Stars. I never open those boxes, you know, because I don't really see the point, because in this game, lots of enemies drop cookies. I mean, like, Spiteful Crows drop them all the time. You know, just fight a lot of Spiteful Crows, you'll get cookies real fast. You know, unless they steal them, which... You know, the crows don't give you back your items, so when they steal a cookie, and you beat them and they drop a cookie, is that a different cookie?
The mysteries of EarthBound. Only the great Stitches out to a toy would know the answer.